stood up in my chair because I wanted to feel the music, man. I felt it.
Did you feel it?
I did.
Good. All right, down here in the bottom left, our first player, he is at a deficit in this game so far.
Maru.
He is 0-1 if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Only played one game so far.
Lost to the SCC, failing his all-in.
SCC. And this guy is also 0-1 thus far. Actually also losing to the STC, right?
I believe so, yeah.
There you go.
MVP SC.
So, very important game for both of these players. If they lose, they're going to be at 0-2, which is a pretty difficult situation to come out of. You can still come back and get to 3-2, but
things are just not in your hands anymore.
Yeah.
Gas first for SC. And this is something that he did in his previous game against the SCC. We'll see if he can execute it better against Maru.
Actually, Maru. Wait, never mind, I'm confused. Maru is now getting his gas as well.
Yeah, his gas is normal time.
I'm sorry.
Totally fine. Now, SC is sending his SCV scout out fairly early. The same can be said of Maru. Both players wanting to find out what their opponents are doing early on here. Their SC is even going to bump shoulders.
Passing right through each other there.
They both mineral walked. You can notice how they pass through each other like ghosts and not like football players trying to be cool.
They're like, we're not football players, we're SCVs.
SCV ready.
See the win rate, Terran versus Terran. Both players actually fairly weak right now in this, but not a lot of results from Maru, so it's hard to really fault him. I mean, half of his games he played were against Nada, so I mean.
Can't blame him for any losses there. And SC, he hasn't played any TVT in a long time, really, so in tournament play, so it's been really hard to gauge how well he's been doing since his losses were to MVP, who frankly beats almost everyone, and to Supernova during WCG, where Supernova did extremely well in that tournament, so no shame there either. SC is getting his factory going. It's about half complete right now. And Maru is actually also about even in his factory, getting a reactor as well.
Yeah, and
he's going to go ahead and...
Surprising that his factory is...
interesting.
So, I mean, it's so close in timing because he went for gas first. His opponent went for gas first, so it's kind of like, well...
Yeah, I was like,
he didn't build it as quickly as he should have. He also got a reactor, something to note.
SC is building a starport next to his barracks over on the right side of the map, and he specifically moved his barracks over to another part, so it's a little bit more hidden, and he's probably going to be going for Banshee play is what I'm expecting here. He's going to use the tech lab, but while he's... What is going on? His Marine moved out to the side. I have no idea why he moved his Marine away.
Well, he is scouted now, and he will even see the second gas.
Oh, he was probably...
Oh, no, he didn't actually
But did he saw the starport, though, didn't he?
Yeah, but he doesn't know if it's going to be Cloak or not, and he could have known. But either way, since he has his own starport up, if he just makes a Viking first, he should be fine. Very interesting build from both players. Maru getting reactored Marines out, and SC going Cloak. He is getting the Cloak research.
He must have been expecting a Reaper or something like that, because he had his Marine off to the left side of his base instead of covering the ramp.
He wanted to check for Reapers. You're exactly right.
And so as a result, that SCV got in and saw everything. The Hellion was not out quite in time to stop the scout.
SC has also sent an SCV to check the entire top left of the map for proxies. He's going to lose that SCV now at the watchtower, however. And a bunker goes down for SC because he knows he's dealing with a lot of pressure here. This is reactor Hellion, or reactor Marine with Hellion pressure that he's going to deal with. And without a bunker, it's going to be pretty hard. There is a Banshee out, though, and it's all going to come down to the control here. There's a medevac coming as well, which will help heal. The bunker looks like it will finish in time if he doesn't go up right now.
Yeah, he's delaying just a little bit.
Oh, he's going to target down the starport from the low ground by the looks of things.
Oh, that could be interesting.
And
that could be
even
really
elevator.
cool. Yeah, he can actually just hit that. Cloak is almost finished. The Banshee is out, taking some pot shots at those Marines. They're forced to fall back because the Banshee can just use the ridge to protect itself from the Marines getting too close. And now this has been just completely thwarted.
He has been completely thwarted. That's the best way to put it. He did not elevator, he did not target, and he lost a lot of units. Now Cloak is done. Back at home, there are no turrets up. He does have a Raven and on the way and a Viking out already. Can't get that starport though. I don't like this commitment here. But he is going to be totally fine at home with the Raven popping out with the Viking already ready. He even has some Marines to support.
Yep.
Even has one scan saved in case the Raven wasn't out in time. It's almost out. He's going to eat 2 Marines because he knows the Raven's there, about to pop out. There it is.
There it is indeed, and that Banshee is now dead. Dead in the water, or dead in the air rather. Just chase it down. Boom.
Boom.
And yeah, so Maru didn't really do very much damage with that little push. SC held it off well, but now the Banshee's done virtually no damage as well, so things pretty much even at this point. Maru's going to have Siege Tech a little bit earlier. Well, Siege Tech just finished for him. But things are just kind of evening out here. Even supply right now.
Yeah, 67 to 61 now. Maru taking a slight lead. The worker count 31 to 27 in SC's favor. He is going to have to turn his Hellions around. Does not want to fight those in the middle of the map. The tank count in Maru's favor 2 to 1, and the Marine count is slightly higher for him here as well. The question is, does he have siege mode? And he does. So he does have siege mode with his tank advantage.
Yeah, he's has this window where he has siege mode still, and he might have wanted to make use of it, but perhaps he's scared of more Banshees or something. He doesn't actually move out. And now SC is going to have siege mode also. Siege mode just completing.
But he has such an advantage with this Raven.
Is he going to use it though? Yes, he is going to siege up.
He has such an advantage with this Raven though. He's going to be able to air control the air. He should be able to. He does have enough for a point defense drone. He drops it. Oh, not using it correctly though.
Yeah, a little bit premature on that PDD. It's not going to be able to protect him if he moves in to attack. Basically, kind of was like a little bit spooked. Thought he was going to stim up there.
Oh, wow.
That would have been too much, actually.
That's so close to that tank range. Look at that.
Oh my gosh.
Look at that. That tank's
really
pinky toe is in range, but that's about it.
Tanks have pinky toes?
Tanks have pinky toes, man. That pinky toe's in range. But he doesn't want to waste a tank shot only on the pinky toe. That's not that useful. He needs to kill that.
Doesn't do enough damage.
Oh.
Oh, he moves into range.
His big toe's in range now, man.
I don't know how he had vision there. Did he scan or something? But he's going to go in there and pop one siege tank with one of his own. He's repairing those tanks. A very wise move. Oh, he's got the tower. Nice. That's how he was able to see it. He's got the watchtower behind him.
This is really weird. And the point defense room does go down. Maru has to retreat at this point. He can't hold his position any longer. Now it's 2 command centers against 2, just finishing for Maru.
Thwarted again. Every little trick that Maru tries gets pushed back. Oh, that was cute.
Saves the Raven. 9 hit points left. That was crazy. This scout for SC does scout that he has no command center on the low ground now, so SC is mining from 2 different locations. He has better saturation and double mules, whereas his opponent does not. Maru is in a lot of trouble right now. He's trying to get add-ons so he can eventually outproduce his opponent with Marines. He needs to get a better Marine count than his opponent. The Marine count right now, 24 to 24. But it's going to be so tough to take a lead with his opponent's economy already getting out of control. The worker count, 41 to 35 in SC's favor as well. Stim is on the way for both players. Maru with a slight lead in Stim production, and he is producing Vikings out of a reactored starport, so he is going to take a Viking lead fairly soon. But there's going to be a period of time where he does not have that. Combat shields now start for Maru as well, so he's trying to get leads on all these upgrades as he gets his Marines out.
So, it appears we will have, in fact, Marine Tank versus Marine Tank on this game. A few Hellions just roaming around, but nothing too important. So it's going to come down a lot to position. You know, we were talking about it before, how this is a very sort of chess game-esque positional matchup, especially with this kind of a composition of the different armies. And he's going to have to cloak here. This is a little bit interesting, but he's actually... I'm surprised to see him going for this late Banshee, but he actually did a decent amount of damage, got 6 kills there, and is probably going to get a couple more, at least one more before he actually loses it. Yep, there he goes. Gets one more as well. So 7 kills, not too bad for the Banshee, just trying to keep Maru down, and Maru actually doesn't have the best saturation. He only has 39 now, 40 SCVs. SC only has a slight advantage though with 48, so not too spectacular.
The army supply for both these players hovering around 80, so their armies are fairly similar. It's all going to come down to how the engagement occurs. The Viking count is 6-4 in Maru's favor, but his opponent now has a Raven as well. So they both have Ravens to use PDD. No Marauders in the mix for either player, just simply tank Marine. Combat shields are done earlier from Maru, so he does have that advantage over his opponent. He will for about 40 more in-game seconds, but they both have stim.
Oh, the tank's actually barely out of range. This time that tank kept his pinky toe out of there, and nice.
Sick. Nice move by Maru's to get a tank, trading a PDD for a tank. Banshee Fire is blocked by PDD as well.
And he got within range of that point defense drone fast enough. Nicely done. That was really cool, actually. Both players using 1 point defense drone, though, but... he left his Raven there, and he loses the Raven. A definite misstep by SC. Maru is going to barely move within range of the enemy tanks here and use his superior air army, superior air force, I suppose, to gain vision control so he can fire down, but SC cannot fire up. This is doing really well for Maru. Look at this, targeting down these Vikings. Beautiful play. Nicely done, leaving the Raven back there as well, and he's still got that Banshee.
Almost enough energy for another PDD. His Banshee is going to do a little bit more harassment. Oh, nice.
Look at that. Using the Banshee fire to bait the Marines into the tank fire to their deaths. Once the Marines are dead, goes in. Oh, does not want to lose that Banshee, though.
The Raven does have enough for PDD now. It's only the Viking count now 6-4 in Maru's favor still. The Vikings continue to fly across the map. The worker count 50-47 in Maru's favor as well. He is just taking a small, tiny lead here. He's stuck his toes back into the water to continue to use our toe metaphors here in this game.
Trading tank fire.
The tank count is 9-7 in Maru's favor, but a lot of Maru's tanks are very low on hit points.
Yeah, he's just got a razor thin advantage in several different aspects of this match. And here, this Banshee is going to be protected barely by. Yes, the PDD protects it. They can dive his Vikings in as well.
Takes out a tank and a Viking here. Nice. Point defense drone will fall. He has to land some Vikings for a brief period of time here as his Vikings are rallying across the map. +1 weapons going to be finished for SC before the +1 weapons of Maru for infantry. And +1 armor is in the way for Maru as well, so he's getting double upgrades. Ooh, a huge misstep by Maru there, losing a lot of Marines. I'm actually surprised we don't see SC trying to go for some drop play here.
Moving in a little bit closer. Now he has the advantage in the Vikings. He's using it to his advantage on the ground. And now he's going to stim in all of his Marines while he's unseized. He gets someone, he's clumped up on the ramp, and a huge volley. Does tons of damage to SC's ground army. He's forced to fall back, but William killed too many tanks.
Yeah, the tanks of Maru are now starting to fall. He actually runs some Marines in to save them.
Wow, yeah, and SC's tanks are all at full health as well. He's got a really major advantage on the ground here. He's still got more Vikings.
Oh, the Raven with 8 seconds to go for another point defense drone.
Oh, he's...
Nice micro by Maru, taking out more Vikings. He's going to take control of the air yet again.
Wow, and that may have just saved him there because he was losing his entire foothold on SC's base.
The tank count is now 9-4.
Oh, he stims in. A lot of those Marines are damaged from before. Both players stimming at each other, and it looks like the superior tank count of SC is going to slaughter Maru's Marines much faster, and he comes out way ahead.
Needs to pull the Vikings out. Does pull the Vikings out, but right now, even though he was able to win that fight, he's down on workers, and the Marine count is fairly even. And the upgrades are better for Maru now at 1-1 to just +1.
Maru has a very distinct air advantage now as well. He saved those Vikings. He got a couple more rallied in there, and so he's going to have a...
Yeah, I was just say if I'm Maru now, I take a third base. There's no way I can push my advantages here.
Hold that thought. Look at that. SC, he knows that it's all or nothing at this point. He needs to get something done. So he's bringing his SCVs from his main. He doesn't have anywhere to use them because he's mined out. He's stimming in again. Vikings forced to land. I don't know if that's the best idea, but he's going to drop Marines on top of the tanks. hopefully get them to fire at each other, but it's not enough. Not enough at all. SC rolls through the remainder of his army, and now SC, even though he has a supply disadvantage, has a little bit better army and is rolling across the field of battle and may just roll over Maru Prime right now.
Yeah, this is so weird. Actually, both players making really weird decisions in this stage of the game. SCV is running in here. Tanks going down to SCV is the one tank for Maru helping hold here. He's losing a lot, though. He needs to actually pull back and use his defender's advantage a little bit more. The worker count now 38 to 31 in Maru's favor. 3 tanks to 3 tanks. 17
crazy.
Marines for SC to 10 for Maru. I don't actually understand why SC thought he needed to do that, and the reaction from Maru was so poor that it worked really well. Both players getting really nervous, I feel, in the middle of this game, making a few mistakes in control and decision-making.
Well, there's been so much back and forth that it's probably hard for either player to know really where they are in this game.
What?
And
SC is going to take his main command center. He's going to put it at the top left.
Nice.
That's a really smart decision. There's no flaws in that.
No, that's a really, really important move because, I mean, he's mined out in his main. He's not doing any good up there, that orbital. So smart move there, but yeah, this is just... I mean, SC was behind in supply, but he attacked anyways, and it worked anyways because most of Maru's supply was in Vikings that didn't help that much. And this has just been nuts.
It really has. That's a great way to put it. There's a double drop that's actually going
Nuts
to
is the
ironically
technical term.
spot this command center, and he'll take it out, man. This could end the game. He will take this command center out no matter what.
Oh, wow. Yeah, he can't get there fast enough.
If he targets this command center, it goes down no matter what. Yeah, there it goes. Gets out as well, and with no Vikings to chase, Maru may have just done checkmate right there.
Yeah, SC needed that because now Maru can do that as well. He can float his command center out and take another base, and SC is not going to have that. SC losing even more SCVs. SC is not mining at this moment anything.
Falling apart.
Look at this. He's even targeting down SCVs instead of Marines.
Yeah,
make sure he keeps that econ advantage.
37 to 23 workers right now for Maru. Sending his Marines home from that drop. He did not lose any of them. And SC is basically forced to pull. He's actually going to pull only a few SCVs this time, not pulling all of them. And he's going to tack down a ramp into a concave of siege tanks. Let's see how well this works for him.
I suspect... Well, he suspects too because he's going home.
A lot of indecisiveness here. And Maru finally moving his command center down to the bottom right. There is a Marine to spot for it, though, so he'll know that that's going to occur. And that may allow him to go for a drop or big push of that base of his own.
I don't know what SC can do right now.
Well, he doesn't seem to know himself. He's actually moving his units around the map kind of arbitrarily at this point. And Maru's like, well, I think I just have a better army than you. I think I'm just going to move out and take control of the middle.
What is the tank count at right now?
The tank count is at 7 to 4 in Maru's favor.
Yeah.
The upgrades are both 1-1, but Maru with 2-2 on the way. He stems first. He sieges up and eats some shots. But that was a very even trade, and Maru still remains ahead.
Yep. And he's just going to wait for his Marines to heal up there before he thinks about engaging. And probably, if Maru waits for 2-2, then he just completely straight up wins that battle that we always see where the Marines just stim at each other.
Yeah.
And he's got a few less Marines now. No, yeah, by 5. But, especially with a few extra tanks and the 2-2 upgrades, Maru wins the battle easily.
Yeah, and he's now mining from that base at the bottom right, so he doesn't have to fight this if he doesn't want to. He's going to get a huge production advantage very soon.
Although, right now, SC actually is mining about evenly because he's got his natural still, but won't last for very long.
Here we go, stimming in, and the 2-2 is not done yet. But with the positioning here for Maru, it's just too good. More units coming in now. 2-2 still not done, but doesn't matter. GG.
Wow, so Maru brings it back. Started off with an early loss and now takes a win to tie up his score at 1-1. And SC, who has gotten extremely far in the GSL previously, who I would have expected to be maybe one of the favorites of this group, is now at 0-2.
Yep, and Maru breaks our trend of all players on the right winning. He is the first. And SC looking really stressed out right now. I hope he's okay, really. I mean, he's had so many collapsed lung problems, and I hope that, you know, those problems are over. It seems like they're getting better. It's kind of a problem that, as far as I've been told, it's completely out of his control. It could happen at any time. So, you know, it's such a touching story, man, to have this guy just never give up and keep playing despite how much time he spent in the hospital.
Yeah.
He is just so good. He's got so much talent. He never stops trying. It brings tears to my eyes, actually. He's so good. But in that last game, he just got a little bit outplayed. His multitasking was not up to par, and his risk to take the command center over in the bottom left, that was the nail in the coffin, and he did not have any defense for it. He was not map aware either.
Yeah. I mean, both players kind of played most of that game in the dark a lot. They didn't really know what was going on in each other's bases. It was such a scrappy game as well. For most of the game, both players kind of engaged on each other, trying to get a little bit tanks forward, a little bit forward, trying to kill off a few Marines, Banshees, point defense drones. Just very scrappy for a long time, not much happening for a great amount of time.
Anyway, we're going to take a 5-minute break. When we get back, we have the STC against Alicia, so don't go anywhere. This is the GSL.